Thank you for the privilege of being able to speak with you during this wonderful symposium here in the Inter-America Division called Together in Mission. And I've been asked to share something about Adventist health around the world. We are together in mission. Some days we may feel that we are isolated, alone, working in our little territory or our little corner, but together Adventist health is working around the world, in churches, institutions, in communities, health expos, and medical schools, nursing schools. So welcome, and let's take a quick tour on Together in Mission, Adventist health around the world. Why is the Seventh-day Adventist Church so focused on health? Because our example, the Lord Jesus Christ, showed us when he was on this earth. He went through the towns and the villages, teaching in the synagogue, preaching the good news of the kingdom, and at the same time healing every disease and sickness. And when he saw the crowds, he had compassion on them because they were harassed and helpless like sheep without a shepherd. We need to have that same compassion as we work together in mission. As a church, we were given health reform visions through Ellen G. White. And in 1848, long before the church even was founded, she was given information on the harmful effects of tobacco, tea, and coffee. Sabbath, June 6, 1863, in Otsego, she had the vision, the major health vision, which helped us to understand that we need to take special care of the health that God has given us. So in this vision we were explained the very important facets of living healthfully, not just so that we could live a long time, but because our work is not yet done. And then just 2 years later, in 1865, on Christmas Day, she received instruction that this church needs to have a philosophy and action on operating healthcare institutions. And you know the history. Since then, many things have happened. We are very blessed to be part of an organization in which this is taking place. She was told, take special care of the health that God has given us, because our work is not yet done. We need to have and encourage that wholeness in brokenness, because on this earth we will not be perfect in health physically at all. But despite our problems, despite our illnesses, despite those aspects which are unhealed, we still can have wholeness in our brokenness. You're going to hear a lot during this meeting about comprehensive health ministry, which was re-emphasized since 2011 in an, as it were, a mission refocus. Every member, a medical missionary, and a group got together from around the world to study, to pray about, to brainstorm. What does this mean? And distilled it into this sentence. Comprehensive health ministry is meeting people's needs in a practical way by demonstrating God's love and compassion. Go to Ministry of Healing, page 143, and you'll see it there. Christ's method alone. So what is our response to Christ's method? Mingling, meeting needs, sympathizing, healing, and then bidding people to follow the Lord Jesus Christ. So moved by compassion, our response is, I will go, we will go, sharing wholeness and serving all. I want to share with you a short video just showing how this practical work can be done in the most difficult of circumstances, but having most amazing outcomes. A video of the SPD showing a project called 10,000 Toes and how in a practical way this meets people's needs at the same time demonstrating the healing love of Jesus.
The 10,000 Toes campaign is an initiative of Adventist Health in the South Pacific Division and is part of the comprehensive health strategy. It aims to equip every Pacific village with the skills and tools to conduct community health assessments for the early detection of diabetes and other related chronic diseases. It trains and resources lifestyle coaches to implement programs to prevent, arrest, and reverse type 2 diabetes in every village. And finally, it improves the capacity of health professionals working in health systems across the South Pacific to manage diabetes. The 10,000 Toes campaign has entered 10 countries in the Pacific and has trained over 6,000 10,000 Toes ambassadors. Over 2,600 people have participated in the lifestyle intervention programs, including the Live More Abundantly program and Heal the Pacific Way. The mobile clinics in Fiji, Vanuatu and Solomon Islands and our Fiji Wellness Clinic are making a big impact in the community, thanks to the generous donations from 13th Sabbath Offering and the South Pacific Division, allowing us to impact lives not only in the city but from village to village. There are now over 20 wellness hubs in the Pacific that are known in the community for promoting whole person health. Gombu Church in the Solomon Islands wanted to make an impact in their community. They went to Kabita, an unentered village, and conducted a needs assessment. They constructed water wells and 6 toilets. 10,000 Toes ambassadors conducted a 3-day health expo with nightly health talks. The village chief was so touched by the Gombu Wellness Hub, he gave them land to build a wellness hub in Kabita and a church so they could continue to bring health, healing and hope to his village. When we unite and genuinely love and help the community, God opens the doors. The 10,000 Toes Wellness Summit was held in Fulton College with 1,000 participants in September. Dr. Geraldine Prisbinko shared a dream over the next 5 to 10 years to have 1. Every pastor and ministry in the church embracing the medical missionary work and partnering with 10,000 Toes to save lives. 2. Every church and school to become a wellness hub that uses all ministries to promote wholeness of life and wellness. 3. Wellness centres in strategic locations partnering with the government, businesses and NGOs to bring health, healing and hope to all people. It was exciting to see administration at the Mission and Union embrace the 10,000 Toes campaign. The response by participants has been overwhelming. The 10,000 Toes campaign partners with Elia Wellness for their health assessments, innovative evidence-based whole person health programs and digital app and website. It also partners with ADRA to roll out the Live More Abundantly program in rural areas. It was an honour for the 10,000 Toes campaign to be recognised by the World Health Organization by winning the 2022 Healthy Island Award in the Best Practice category for its work in helping to address lifestyle diseases, said George Kwong, Regional Ambassador for 10,000 Toes. In October, it will be the 5th anniversary of 10,000 Toes campaign, said Pamela Tannen, 10,000 Toes Coordinator. We thank God for giving us the vision, empowering total member involvement. As our ambassadors say, I will go and be the light in the community.
Comprehensive health ministry has many facets and components. Of course, you've just seen the 10,000 Toes, but what I'd like to emphasize, there's more than that. Of course, we not only have physical outreach, mental health emphasis, but also there's research which shows that the Seventh-day Adventist health message is robustly supported by evidence-based modern health science. We have and are familiar with the Adventist health studies which have taken place in the United States, which have given tremendous wind to the sails of the work being done in the Adventist health message being shared around the world of the church and in scientific forums. But what is really important and exciting to me is when I see that other territories, and most recently in Africa, our 3 divisions in Africa are entering phase 2 right now of the African Seventh-day Adventist health study. Exciting research to inform health education and comprehensive health ministry initiatives in Africa. Well, together we're in mission. Doesn't only need to be done there, it needs to be done wherever we find ourselves. Remember, we are together moving forward in health ministry, comprehensive health ministry, meeting people's needs. And our hope and prayer is that we and others, by His grace, will help others and ourselves to enjoy shalom, life to the full, even in our brokenness. Foundational health ministry includes the fact that the church has been given amazing promises, amazing tools, amazing resources, and the science has helped us to always have and be prepared to have an answer for the faith that is within us. The African Seventh-day Adventist Health Study is yielding exciting results, research to inform the health situations of our church members throughout the continent of Africa. And that will inform the kind of comprehensive health ministry initiatives that we should be doing to rectify and to improve quality of life throughout the continent. What a blessing that we have this. We've been given the holistic health message and the evidence that it's effective by His grace. Not only should we share it, but primarily we should live it. And I would encourage you, as you sit at this conference, to remember this is how we should live. As Peter said, always be willing and ready for an answer to the faith that is within you. And so the scriptures, spirit prophecy, and the Bible give us that information. So there's a good reason for the faith that we have. The purpose of Adventist healthcare around the world is to provide Christ-centered, caring, healing, and hope. It's not just a franchise of healthcare. No, it's rather the healing ministry of Jesus Christ being extended. It's not just a franchise of medical education. It's rather to train health professionals to be the right hand of the healing ministry and touch a broken world. We have 7 medical schools, 75 nursing schools, 5 dental schools, much work being done through clinics, through dispensaries, through care homes. The Lord has blessed us. We have opportunities. And I want to share with you that we work not alone, as we sometimes may feel, but we work in partnership, often and especially with our institutions and our healthcare and our education facilities and institutions around the world. And I'd love you to pause a moment to listen to the message of Dr. Hart on the importance of comprehensive health ministry.
It is a privilege for me to support comprehensive health ministries. It may be a new term, but in my view, it's a very old concept. In fact, Ellen White, when she wrote the book Ministry of Healing, which, by the way, was written to raise money to start Loma Linda University back in the early 1900s, her concepts in that book embody the best of comprehensive health ministries. Because this is not something that physicians or even health professionals do only. This is something that every church member can be involved in sharing their concepts, their understanding of good health practices. The 8 simple remedies which she put forward are a critical part of understanding how to best care for ourselves. So when Loma Linda gets recognized as a blue zone, all it is really saying is that there's a group of people who understand comprehensive health ministries in their own lives, and frankly, by doing that and sharing with others, it benefits themselves as well. So it's a privilege for me today to support comprehensive health ministries as part of what we do, what we train our students to do, what our alumni are now doing throughout the world as we seek to spread the healing and teaching ministry of Jesus Christ. Some years ago now, at our 50th anniversary, we adopted the motto to make man whole. And that continues to be our commitment through comprehensive health ministries to make man whole. Thank you. May God bless each one of you as you pursue that dream.
And I fully believe as you've seen in this wonderful few minutes from Dr. Hart, that all our institutions are working in a similar way to extend the healing ministry of Jesus. Of course, I remind you that comprehensive health ministry is meeting people's needs in a practical way. We need to do it. And I want to share with you that this can be done even in the most difficult circumstances. As you watch this compelling video from Ukraine, think about how God blesses even in the most dire of circumstances.
What does modern medicine mean to you? Modern medicine for us today is not state-of-the-art equipment or building. This is a team with a person-oriented approach in the treatment of a person as a whole, physically, mentally, socially, and spiritually. And this means meeting the needs of our society, influencing and healing, changing lives. It is more than just medicine. To serve people, helping them restore their health, because every patient is a precious soul for whom Christ died. We at the Angelia Clinic team started 2022 just like you. We had plans, dreams, and everyday worries. But we woke up to explosions in a native voice in every family. Get up, this is invasion, a full-scale war. It no longer was plan A, it was plan C. Evacuation of personnel, families, medical equipment, a long road, a new place, preservation of the clinic. Millions of Ukrainians are internally displaced. We evacuate, carry bread and distribute bread, medicines, products. Create a reserve for survival in the event of a clinic in Kyiv being surrounded. The clinic in Kyiv continues to work as the only emergency dentistry in our area, a shelter for neighbors, a place to evacuate and receive humanitarian aid like medicine. The clinic in Chernivtsi has established a treatment of displaced persons. We are stocking medicines that were sent to different parts of Ukraine. We create mobile offices on wheels and make mobile visits to refugee camps. It operates in 2 locations, in Kyiv and in Chernivtsi. We provide medical assistance, provide society with medicine and humanitarian aid. Kyiv, Chernivtsi, and a mobile clinic in the western regions of Ukraine. Complete restoration of the work of the Kyiv clinic, creation of a new direction post-traumatic physical rehabilitation, and mobile field clinics operating in territories liberated from the aggressor, a full team of dedicated doctors. Why do we do this? Because we believe. We carry out the service of Christ, open ourselves to Christ so that He works in us for our society. A doctor is someone who touches not only the body, but also the mind, the heart of a person, helping to restore the lost mental, physical, and spiritual health. Reaching out, touching hearts, and healing is what we live for. We will go together. Angelia team.
I don't know about you, but every time I see that video, I am absolutely moved, I am excited, and I'm inspired. Our hospitals, our clinics, our churches, our communities, our health expos, the community work, all are part of comprehensive health ministry, being given to us to move forward together in mission. Even as we are moved by compassion to share wholeness and serve all, we know that this alone is not enough to solve the world's problem. So what is it going to take? What will make the difference? And we're told in Revelation 21 what it will be. We are told that in the earth made new, there's coming a time when there will be no more mourning or crying or pain or death, for the former things are passed away. And as we live, move between the great tree of the gift of the tree of life in Eden to the tree which we will gather at in the New Jerusalem, again, the tree that was given for the healing of the nations. We are right in between those two trees as we minister, closer and closer to the tree for the healing of the nations. Let us remember, God has given us an opportunity to serve Him and to be together in mission as we touch many lives. Once you've attended this wonderful symposium, my prayer is that you will be energized by this immersive and comprehensive experience. Go out to your territories, to your towns, to your cities, to your churches, your homes, and share the love and ministry of Jesus. Truly, together in mission, in this division, in every union, every conference, every church, and together with our brothers and sisters around the world until Jesus comes. May none of us be missing on that day and be welcomed in by Him. Maranatha.